Another high school shooting yesterday, this one in Florida.
I'm in 6th grade, and it can be scary sometimes.
There have been about 380 school shootings.
I appreciate you talking to our community about this.
Now's the time. Get ready for the People's Podcast, the Mikey Justice Show. Y'all ready? I'm ready. All right. You don't want to miss it. There was a man that went by Mike. You like night shows. And so many people wouldn't be bad. They had to be good. And what the youth is avoid because they've been misled.
Today I am announcing charges against the shooter's parents.
I had a 6th grader come. This is what she said.
And I really agree with your point of view.
The Mikey Justice Show starts now. All right, what it do, everybody? We live. 12/6/2023. The Mikey Justice Show. I got my main man OTS in the house with me today. What it do, man?
How y'all doing today?
And that other buster, y'all already know who it is. What up, man? Shout out to family and friends and everybody that's watching. You know how we get down, y'all. Appreciate that love. Appreciate that support. I don't like that shot. Pull it back. Pull it out. Do something. It got him just over to.
How you want it?
Just more. It don't got to be so much meat. I mean, it's usually just balanced out a little bit more. But, you know, we live. It is what it is. It's a little bit better. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, man, with that being said, it's the first show of the month, which is always one of my favorite shows.
First of the month.
Oh, yeah, man. You know what I say? We some dangerous people with some money in our pocket.
Keep up.
Yes, sir. Shout out to family and friends, like I said, everybody that's watching, everybody that's supporting. I appreciate you as always. We got a lot of business to get down to, so we ain't gonna waste a whole bunch of time. You know, like I like to do it, man. We start with some good old Mike Justice, man. Them old Mizzou Tigers, man. You know, they just wrapped their good old season up.
Yeah.
Went 10-2.
10-2.
Yes, sir. And they will be going to the good old Cotton Bowl. Pretty big time bowl.
They in high cotton.
Pretty big bowl for Mizzou, man.
Yeah,
you know, gonna bring some good revenue to that school and do some good things for old Mizzou.
And they got a good opponent too, Ohio State.
What's the name? Cody Schrader, man. He made All-American first team.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the best running backs in the country. Lead the nation in rushing. Your boy Luther Burden III, he made the second team.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see people like that, man, living up to that hype, man.
Yeah, they put in work.
Old Alabama, you see them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Beat old Georgia.
Yeah.
Number one.
Hey, Bama be tough, man.
Hey, that's what I was going to say. I think that kind of proved that they just have a really good system, just a well-oiled machine.
Yep.
Because I think with the name, image, and likeness and all that stuff, the playing field is way more level now. Mm-hmm. A lot of these schools got big-time players. You hear me?
Yeah.
You see, Texas got old Arch Manning, Peyton Manning, them people, and then you know, Ryan Wingo signed to go there.
Yeah,
5-star wide receiver.
Yeah, Steve
so
Sarkisian
man,
with Arch Manning.
A lot of that's what I'm saying. So, and Alabama is supposed to be like a down year for them, and they were still number 8. Yeah. And then by beating them, and then Ohio State and a few other people losing, man, what did they end up being? Did they make that playoff?
They did. They made the playoffs. Yeah, they made it over Florida State, and that was what the
everybody was tripping off of. Okay, I did hear a lot of that. I didn't know what it was. You know, they basically punished Florida State because their quarterback out.
Right. Yeah.
Which ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know, if you earned the right to be there, you should be there. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know, that was Georgia first loss in 29 games. Ended a 29-game winning streak. So what's that? That's a good almost like 3 seasons.
Yeah, in college, D1.
When you're playing 12 games a year.
5. Yeah, man.
And you gotta play Alabama and a few other people every year. Yeah. And the one almost 30 straight games, that's the big one. Yeah. Their last loss was in the SEC championship 2 years ago to Alabama.
Right.
So yeah, that's big for old Mizzou, man. sticking with the theme of football, man, did you see Kansas City and Philly lost?
Yeah.
Once again, I do my picks and everything, bro.
Vegas.
I had a really good bracket going on. You hear me? Those were like the later games, so I didn't even check for those. Those the games that I just knew for sure that I had.
Right.
Philly ended up getting blown off the map by San Francisco.
Yeah.
And then, the little Hail Mary at the end. Green Bay, that was a pretty good game. Chiefs can't win them all. You hear me?
Right.
Yeah, 8-4, man. I
They
don't
kind
know.
of in trouble, man, with how tough that division is.
I think they're gonna turn it on. I mean, they ain't really those games that they lost were games that, to me, if one or two things
go
would have
one way or the other.
shifted, they could have won those games.
I got a lot of people talking about Baltimore. They think Baltimore gonna do it.
Baltimore, man, they looking good, and I'm still looking at Philly, man. I mean, even with the big loss, you know what I'm saying? You know how football, they say any given Sunday, so I ain't gonna just count them out because of that loss, you know what I'm saying? But that'd be so crazy, man. Every time I pick Philly or KC, they lose.
Right.
And them the games that I just be just knowing that I got them for sure. You hear me? I mean, I'm watching all through the day. I had picked the Atlanta to win. I was picking everybody. You hear me?
Yeah.
I mean, I had some really good picks, but that blew my whole bracket.
Wow.
Before we go further, man, I forgot to give my man some Mike Shine, man. Old Yadi Molina. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Yadi?
yeah.
Getting named special assistant. I said,
I throw you.
well, I mean, he ain't manager yet, so
It's
you
just a
ain't-
matter of time.
Nah, I
They
don't
finna
know,
get your
man.
boy up out of there.
Nah, you know me. I'm not Mr. Nut Rider, so I'm not gonna hop on it until I see him all the way there, bro. Just keeping it 100.
Yeah.
I mean, but it is a start. I mean, I did see him getting some type of position, but I mean that ain't rocket science. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
that's like saying, Michael Jordan. The Bulls hired Michael Jordan in their front office or
Right.
gave him a position.
With
I
all
mean, he
of
earned it. I mean,
that he did, yeah.
oh yeah, you see that, boy? I told you, I predicted the future. I said, Yadi Molina. I mean, they owe it to him. You know what I say? My prediction is to see Albert Pujols get an actual piece of the Cardinals. Because if Yadi Molina is good enough to eventually be manager, then what is Pujols worth? I mean, he had 11 or 12 of the first best years of any baseball player. And then,
I wouldn't be
and
mad
then,
if he get part of the ownership.
yeah, I mean, and then like my people say, through everything that went on with him to maintain that level of of professionalism, be positive like he was,
Yeah.
no bitterness. I mean, he was comeback player of the year. I mean, he showed up and showed out.
Yeah.
To me, I was like, man, that just really to me showed how much that he should have been a Cardinal the whole time.
Yeah.
You heard
Yeah,
me?
you
And then I look at the 700 home runs. I mean, his career in Anaheim, those 10, 12 years, whatever it was,
Yeah.
they were a lot less productive.
I look at it like wasted time, man. And he was still pretty good.
Yeah, he was still pretty good, but he was nothing like he was here.
Yeah.
And for him to end his career, and when they thought he was done at
Yeah.
40-something, 12 years later, and still have that
Yeah.
much production in him,
Yeah.
and he was playing part-time.
Yeah.
I think those records, like I was telling my people, I think he would have been in the 800s.
Yeah.
Home run, you heard me?
think so.
I think he would have had the record, not
Yeah.
Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
And then I think he got cheated out of like 3 or 4 MVPs. A lot of those steroid years, Barry Bonds won over him.
Yeah.
So to me, he like LeBron James of baseball. They don't like that dude too much. So
Yeah.
and while we transition and shifting to LeBron James, did you see that Phoenix and Laker game last night?
Nah.
I know you ain't the big basketball fan, but
I seen a couple of highlights, but it looked like he was out there trying to clown me.
oh, he had an excellent game. It was nothing against his game. You heard me? The controversy was at the end. Lakers were up by 2 points. It was like 105 to 103. They had the ball. Durant and Booker, they trap Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
He about to turn it over. LeBron see him in trouble. He goes over to the ref. He calls the timeout. Of course, because they finna lose the ball, because it's LeBron, because they want the Lakers to lose, everybody thought that they just gave him the timeout like it was late. To me, it was on time. It was when he was in trouble. To me, it was the smartest basketball play that you could make. You heard
Right,
me?
yeah.
You play to win the game, bro. If you don't try to pull out all the stops, like Chris Webber when he called the timeout, you heard
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
He ain't doing it because he's trying to screw the team. This dude trying to come up with whatever that's gonna win.
Right, yeah.
Like Mizzou, if you give us 5 downs, then we'll take them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not the ref, man, but they had a big old thing about was it after the play? And then they Devin Booker say, it was definitely after the play. They shouldn't have gave it to him. I went on social media and they seen it. Social media gonna take any opportunity to bash LeBron.
Right.
So
yeah.
don't try to use that and say that's what it is. You hear me? Come on, man. And we all know we could put 10 sets of eyes on something and half of them gonna see
10 different.
somebody gonna
stories,
see something different. You hear me? So it is what it is, man. But as far as his game, he had 31 points, 8 assists or something like that. No, 8 rebounds, I think, and 11 assists. But I know whatever order it was 31, 11, and 8.
Wow.
From an almost 40-year-old man in his 20-something
21st
NBA.
season, right?
Yeah. Something like that, 20-something. I know at least 20. You hear me?
Yeah.
So, shout out to Mr. LeBron James, man. That's another person, like I said, man, that been living up to the hype. They down to the Final Four in the in-season tournament. They got, on the west side, they got LeBron and Zion.
Okay.
New Orleans against L.A. Who you got? Brown or Zion?
I'm gonna go with New Orleans, man. I think LA just too old, man.
I don't think so, man. When they play that power game, Anthony Davis, boy, them boys just drop stepping, dunking on people.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can't change or beat athleticism.
Right.
Old or whatever. These cats are still 6'8", 6'9", 7 feet.
Yeah.
With crazy hops. You hear me? Regardless of what the numbers say.
When they play, like LeBron is consistent, but Anthony Davis, man, he too up and down.
Okay.
Like,
Well. While we talking consistent, are you going to say that Zion, Mr. Always got some type of injury, can't keep his private in his pants, always got something, always got some reason he's not out there? You hear me?
Yeah.
You know that? Remember that draft? Them cats. Lonzo Ball. What's the other dude? Ja Morant. You know those cats that don't be out there.
Yeah.
So you can't really count on them. So, in terms of basketball wise, with all the politics and all the garbage to the side, who you got, LeBron or Zion? You say you got Zion?
I'm still go Zion.
I'm going to go Zion too, man, because he just younger, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that he's more hungry, but, hey, when it come down to genetics, that body, old boy got a lot less miles on him than LeBron James.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with that.
I think he's been fairly consistent this season.
Don't have a Coach Prime report as far as football.
Right.
But he is in the news, man. Did you hear about him? He got the old split with old Tracy Edmonds. They've been married for 11 to 12 years. Mm-hmm. Ricky Smiley, I watch them all the time. So he made a point to talk about he remember when they first got together with Baby. He said Deion Sanders called Babyface and like, hey, dude, I know you've been with this female for I don't know how many years. Y'all got kids together. Mm-hmm. So, we could go ahead and talk as men as far as what part you want to play in these kids' life, what type of relationship you going to have with her. That's a respect type of thing. And then after it was over, he talked about, how much she was his real true love, how he respect her. They just mutually decided to go different ways. Sound like the type of couple to me that down the line might get back together. What I'm saying? Just need that space. He got a lot going on. She got a lot going on. Yeah. But one thing I can say, man, through all the extra, man, Deion Sanders is a grown man.
For sure.
I love that dude. Like what he said in his Hall of Fame speech about making those promises to his mother. I'm gonna buy you a house, and just when he played, even at Florida State, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Offense, defense. He knew how to put on a show whatever side of the ball.
Yeah.
I'm going to play wide receiver, baseball, I'm going to do my thing.
Yeah.
You hear me? Defense, if I catch it, I'm taking it to the house, I'm stepping, I'm dancing.
Right.
Prime time, man. You hear me? He was just that dude, So the way that he handled his boys, the way he coached, man, the way he's a motivator, you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't care if the dude if he don't believe it. You hear me?
Right.
There's so much garbage out there, man. I just appreciate seeing somebody that's trying to do something positive. Being a father, being in his kid's life, he stands for so much good stuff. You hear me?
Yeah.
So the dude just, he just represents what it is to be a grown man.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be on what he on, man, and not believe it yourself. You ain't that much faking it. I'm gonna do it
so I really appreciate that, man. I wanted to mention that old that old 50 years of hip hop, man. That contest is over. You hear me?
Yeah.
I was gonna run it like I said to the 1st of December since you called out old Lana J last week.
Yeah.
I extended it all the way to the 7th. You hear me? In a little bit, I had you put that time up there. If Blaze, Lana J, or anybody that's watching want to go on take that challenge, I'm pretty sure we could work out something with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you have any
For
problem,
the culture, man. For the culture.
let me tell you, I don't know nobody that got no problem with getting no free money. You hear me? So we could do that thing if y'all still want to do it. We're gonna try to open that old line up in a minute. What else I want to move on? Yeah, man. Mr. OTS. Last week, man, we had a real interesting conversation, man, about Sexy Red. Like you said, you got to check out a little bit of that episode, man. But since you heard, man, I want to take advantage of the whole opportunity to talk to you about it, man. You had a lot of videos that came out with teachers and parents and everything said they really are troubled by what she represent. You know, you got 5-year-olds out here twerking, man, all kind of other stuff. Then, you know, if you saw the video, she's promoting her whole line of lip gloss, man, talking about she got colors and flavors and varieties, gonorrhea, yellow discharge and everything like that. Brother, with this being your first show in a while, how do you feel about something like that? Being from St. Louis, like you said, you just went to Atlanta, and immediately when people knew y'all was from St. Louis, they started just basically saying, how do y'all feel about that type of stuff representing y'all and representing St. Louis?
Yeah, I don't think it represents us good at all, bruh. Like, I think she took it to a state where it's just marketing. The more that you market the dirtiness and the ratchetness, that's the more attention that it's going to get. I don't think that's what we stand for.
Brother, I mean, I got you on that. You know, I feel like this. Long as they keep on buying it, people going to keep on selling it. You hear me?
Yeah.
And sex is at an all-time high to me, the way that it's selling. You hear me?
Right.
So, to me, like I named the Hoochie Mama, man, because the last show, because I really, you know, I was bothered by that. You hear me? Because, like I said, man, I'm a father, so I try to look at it from the standpoint of females being mothers. What do you stand for? You hear me? If you call yourself somebody's mother, you hear me? Like I said, you get a choice to pick whatever mascot you want to be. You can be the Bulldogs, you can be you can be the Wildcats, but you said that you're a Hoochie Mama.
Right.
And these are Hoochie babies. You're their mother.
Right.
So once again, if you use that term, accepted it or whatever, however it came about, if you made it up somebody else or whatever, you've accepted that term. So what is your idea of a mother? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing to consider yourself these kids' mother, except teaching them how to be ratchet? I'm a Hoochie Mama, and y'all are Hoochie babies. Is that your way of saying that it's okay for y'all at 5 years old to be out here twerking?
You know, some people say product of they are product of their environment, but I don't buy it technically, because I believe once you make it out of that environment and you got the money to, you not in the hood no more, you in LA or wherever you at, and you got money to kind of separate yourself from that environment, I don't think you got to live that way or have that same mindset.
Now I can buy that from the adults, you know what I'm saying? That's where she at, and that's what St. Louis is about, you know what I'm saying? You have two choices. You can be part of the problem or the solution.
Right.
You can try to profit off the mess, or you can be somebody to try to help clean up the mess.
Right.
But not at 5 years old, man. You're not a product of your environment. You know what I'm saying? You're a product of the environment that the people and grown-ups around you have made for you and set for you. You didn't pick your own environment. You hear me?
Place.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. When you say that it's just that lingo, it doesn't mean anything. Come on, man. These kids not stupid. They like the people on the video say, they know it better than us. You hear me? They heard more than just ski. They heard ski. If you see me and you trying to see what's up. You hear me? To a young, impressionable, stupid kid who attention span is just like that.
Right.
When you see me and you trying to see what's up, sound like advertising to me. What's up? What you trying to do?
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I'm asking Sexy Red and all of these people. I'm like, okay, because I tried to give her a way out, bro. I was like, to me, she need to just come right out and say what I do is adult entertainment and strictly should be targeted only towards adults, and it's only for adults. You know what I'm saying?
She ain't gonna do that though.
She not gonna do that because, well, I mean, Yeah.
Most of these teenage, that's shoot.
That's her audience.
That's 50% of her audience right there.
But let me tell
18
you
and
what.
under.
Long as she's selling sex and selling trash, bro, she gonna still have an audience, cause it'll be plenty of dudes that get on it too. You hear me?
Yeah.
I don't discriminate. Like I said, my issue with them is exactly what she said.
Yeah.
You know, you have some people that condemn her, curse her out, go off on her. I see you on one picture with your breast out. She like, yeah, I just had uploaded a picture with me completely naked, and you liked it, and you shared it and everything else. So don't try to, you know what I'm saying? Come on now, we got social media. You know, you can go on there and check and see who liking your stuff, who following you. You hear me?
Yeah.
So she like these same people that's trying to get all of this whole, you know, all this old extra going, the likes and all that old, you know, mess, that old conversation that everybody want to hear. That's what I'm saying. So, it's,
Yeah.
you know,
My thing is, I love the person, but I don't agree with the message. Like, I have respect for her as a person because just like you said, I understand the condition of, like, St. Louis, our culture, what it is. So I get it. The ratchetness, the raunchiness, I get it, but I can't agree with it, the message, you know. So that's my stand on it.
okay, this is where I was at. I'm the same way, bro. I mean, I dig her on the strong that I see a person that knows how to create revenue.
Yeah.
You hear me? Like me and Phil discussed. You hear me? There's no accident pros, bro. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? I hate that times that we living in now. You hear me? Everybody think that they a superstar and got something. Man, don't waste my time and don't waste nobody else's time. You hear me? When I sit here for an hour every Wednesday, bro, that's a couple of things that I'm trying to make sure I do.
Yeah.
Inform the people, educate the people, and entertain them just a little bit while I'm doing it. You hear me? That's all I'm asking for with your time. You hear me? Don't feel like I have to entertain you at all because what I'm doing has a purpose, man.
Right.
I'm trying to get gun violence taken care of. I'm trying to get shootings and all that dealt with. You hear me?
Right.
That's that garbage that we have to report. Y'all hear about the shooting today?
Yeah.
Out at UNLV
Yeah.
and everything else? I had
that
a
whole
whole...
mass thing in Texas, San Antonio.
Come on, man. I had several people ask me that question and say, why they not doing nothing? Why they keep going with this whole new normal and all that other stuff? You hear me? I said, because it's a power struggle. It's about control.
Yeah.
Everybody want to run something and be in control. You hear me? The having the guns and all that, man, it's part of the bull crap and the scare tactics. It's part of the garbage that they put out here. You hear me? Cowards create drama and create mess. And then when they get scared and don't know how to handle it, they send innocent people to go fight wars for them. They take their little ball and go home. So to have the AK-47s and the big guns is just for a coward to protect themselves from all the garbage and baggage that they put out here, all the drama that they put out here. They think that protects them. You hear me?
Come on.
That's why you get locked up soon as somebody say something out the way to you when you go to trying to flash your pistol. You hear me?
Yeah.
Because regardless of what came out of your mouth about you standing your ground protecting yourself, you thought you was Superman or that ninja because you had that gun.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
And karma is still the baddest beat. You at where you at because you did not know how to properly handle and have a gun. You hear me? And some of you cats are 30, 40, 50 years old. So that's when they go back into the making it make sense. You hear me?
Right.
If a police officer, a grown man, experienced grown man, you've been grown for 20 years, if you can't make rational decisions, nah, I'm not finna do that to our children and put them in that type of situation.
Right.
I'm the adult. It's on me. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'll lead you and give you something to follow. You hear me?
Right.
You follow me. It's not on you. You're not a product of your environment. You haven't even figured out what your environment is. You just
Right.
where you have to be because that's where your family at. The people that are responsible for taking care of you. I don't care what you saw on Channel 4. No 3-year-old didn't pull themselves together, pay the rent, drive the car, none of that, bro. That's garbage. You hear me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You cussing out your
That's a
mama, you
deeper
grabbing her,
conversation.
you rolling neck. I told my mom, I was like, man, I don't know really. I don't remember them times, you hear me? So it must have been nothing to even cross my mind or even be tripping off of. You hear me? I don't remember no bad times. All I know is when I was 2, I wasn't earning my own clothes.
Yeah.
I wasn't climbing up on the stove fixing myself no oatmeal.
Right.
Somebody did it
So,
for
yeah.
me. You hear
Yeah.
me? And I know like old Bobby say you can't be in 2 places at one time. So I know where the other part of my was at.
Right.
So it had to be somebody, bro. And I know it wasn't all me. You hear me?
Yeah.
So yeah. said, you know, I'm not bitter. I'm not a product of my environment. I grew up in Kings Highway Natural Bridge in North St. Louis, where it's nothing but gang members, murderers, and all kind of stuff going on. You hear me?
Yeah.
I think if I was killing people, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Exactly.
You hear me?
Yeah.
If I was balling and selling big dope, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. So come on, man. It is what it is, bro. You hear me?
Like E40 say, everybody got choices.
Oh man, it's so beautiful that you brought up E40. Did you get a chance to see him?
No.
This morning, Nate Burleson interviewed him on the 50th anniversary of hip hop
Oh, wow.
and his whole contribution to the game.
Okay.
And I was telling my mom, I was like, "Nah, dude, catalog is long."
Yeah.
He talked about these brothers and tried to put them on point a long time ago.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
keep a mirror in my pocket and I practice looking hard. I say that man coined the phrase "Captain Save a Hoe."
Yeah, the kid, what he call it? The ambassador of slang. Yeah.
So all you ladies that's trying to get that
Slang
bag and
ambassador.
telling the man where he should take you and all this and that and you know got Babyface out here talking about he could be paying all your bills and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could thank your boy E40 for old Captain Save a
Right.
Hoe. You
Be
hear
on
me?
the lookout for Captain Saber.
You know, I tell these females, I ain't trying to say nobody. You know,
Yeah.
understand what you're saying by even thinking that, baby. If I'm the captain, what does that make you?
Ooh, we
So it is what it
gotta
is.
complete the sentence like in old school.
And while I got my man Odell here, man, yeah, while we on the subject of the thirsty females and all that, man, they is really getting on my nerves, man. You hear me?
Talk about
Around this part, man, they just super thirsty, bro. You hear me? Like all the females, they play the victim.
right.
I'm single because I don't want to be with nobody or this and that. Boo. I ain't that kind of person. I don't really judge, you know, physical ain't all of that. You hear me? But some of y'all look like barracudas in the face, and you ain't with nobody because don't nobody want you, and your attitude is just as ugly as your face. Keeping it 100.
We'll call
So
it down then,
that's
my
why
brother.
don't nobody want you. But I can't stand everybody now that ain't got nobody, don't want nobody. You ain't got nobody because don't nobody want you. You ain't got nobody. You hear me? Soon as some hot come around that corner that sniffing up your butt and act like they digging you a little bit, you gonna jump right on it. You ain't with nobody, not because you want to be single. You hear me?
Yeah.
And then they kill me, man. The ones that claim they want to be single and can't find the right person. You see them dropping videos with this is who's my imaginary boyfriend, and I'm in a romance with this person. And you hear me? And setting a whole scenery. Ooh, I want a man to hold me. You hear me? And bubbles running down our back, and he running his fingers all through my hair. This and that. You done seen yourself do all that with somebody you just met?
Right.
To me, that sound like you got your mind on somebody. You done said a whole scenario.
Yeah.
To the point where you see you and this person on the beach getting down, y'all in the shower getting down. Get to know the person first a little bit. You hear me? If you already talking about practicing
bro.
on them. If you already trying to let them know how good that brain is, and you just meeting this person, you're ratchet and you're messy. So once again, you falling into that same St. Louis stereotype to me. You hear me?
Yeah.
And if you got all that preconceived notion about what you want it to be, where the scene gonna go down, how this person's supposed to treat you, you must have already had that person in mind.
Right.
So tell them how you feel about them.
Right.
Don't be on the internet talking about you trying to get booed up because you really ain't. You trying to get your back knocked out. You ain't trying to get in no relationship. You trying to have sex. You hear me?
Come on.
You a female. There's plenty of people that'll knock your back out. You ain't got to be that thirsty. And if you got to, do like the ninjas do. Pay for some. You hear me? Hey, I know a whole bunch of people. You hear me?
Right.
That I can have. Hey, y'all, we can get a service going. You hear me? We can step outside right now, and I can find 5 people that's willing to knock anybody's back out.
Right.
Right now. You hear me? Even it all the way 100. But yeah, man. I'm just tired of it. You hear me?
Yeah.
It's flooding the industry. It's ruining children. It's ruining music. You hear me? And it's like everybody don't have to be on that. Who has something that has a purpose? You hear me?
Yeah.
You're not a sexpert. You're not the greatest rapper. You're not the hardest person. You hear me?
Right.
So do something with your platform.
Yeah.
I hate it now. Life is a business, so it got everybody thinking you the next big this, you the next big that, man. I'm not here to be the next best pod show host. I'm here to try to make change, make St. Louis better to start with, because I'm right here,
Right.
and then continue to make stride and do something to make the whole world get a little bit better, man. You hear me?
Yeah.
Like I was saying, man, all that ski eat and all that. When you see me, if you're trying to see what is promoting prostitution, it's not a good look. With us being the STD capital, bro.
Yeah.
What are you telling on yourself? Are you advertising? Cause when I see you in St. Louis, lip gloss ain't coming to my mind. When you walk up talking about you got gonorrhea, hey girl, what you got? Oh girl, I got gonorrhea. I got yellow discharge. You sound like you need to go to the clinic. It don't sound like you just bought some lip gloss to me.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
So with this being the STD capital, it ain't cute. I think she trying to be funny and tell you bras how stupid you are. You hear me?
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think she clowning y'all and telling y'all how stupid you are. I'm making money and getting rich off of y'all downfall. Something that's putting you in a situation.
Right.
You hear me? You just gave me $15 to say you had that you got gonorrhea, that you got yellow discharge. Appreciate you. You hear me? It's garbage, man. So
Ridiculous.
So like they say, you know. What they say, daddy's mama's baby, daddy's baby, and all that. You know, if y'all know that, man, because that's what when they grab and earn checking us, it's always them that's holding it down.
Right.
You know, we the ones that's lacking. So since y'all are the mothers and the foundation and the people that hold it down a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's on y'all. Let y'all tell it. It ain't about us. They looking at y'all. We deadbeats. We don't do nothing. You hear me? We come around every 2 weeks, take you to McDonald's and get the pat on the back. They're there with you.
Right.
They're watching what you do. You know what I'm saying? So lead a little bit better example, man. I'm tired of the thirsty females. You hear me? And then when something don't go their way, then they want to play the victim, man. You hear me? Female going off because where somebody took her on the first date. I don't know you from Adam. You hear me? So once I take you to this 5-star restaurant and you be some type of old ratchet gold digger and play me and dog me out of all my money, how stupid do I look?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, off the flip.
If we building something and we're gonna have several more dates, what's wrong with us taking our time and getting to know each other?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First date shouldn't be about no food anyway. You that damn buy yourself something to eat, little mama. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, man. You hear me? All these expectations, and like we say, hold yourself to the same standard that you hold everybody else to. You hear me?
If you want a millionaire, where you be the first million, where
Bruh,
your millionaire?
you don't know how many of these youngsters that I used to hear until they had kids. I'm gonna buy my baby this, and my baby gonna have the finest, and my son don't wear nothing but $200 jeans. You hear me? Like I said before, you almost had it right. We tell a little bit of the truth so we can fool ourselves. You know, perception is reality. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Don't keep on buying the discharge lip gloss, because eventually you're going to have some discharge. Perception is reality. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So we just keep on saying stuff and just fooling ourselves into believing stuff, man. That after a while, we gonna be dealing with this stuff, and we keep on playing with that fire.
And we already dealing with it. Yeah.
It's just not a good look.
That man, I had a guy that at our work, man, that try to talk about you know, productivity and all of that stuff, man. Try to use love as the as his premise. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, all of that stuff sounds good until you get down to the crux of it. You got to do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is you talking about, and it got to be some truth behind it. You know what I'm saying,
brother? I was just tripping off of it. You know, like I was just telling my people how much that I just enjoy sometimes just playing and having a little kiddie fun with my lady. You hear me? We sit back sometimes and let's lay in the bed and slap box and, you know, grabbing on each other and roughing each other up. Little playful wrestling, nothing disrespectful, no abuse.
Right.
You know, nothing like that, man. And just the whole thing of it is like I tripped off of how long it took for us to kind of figure each other out. When we first got together, you know, and her having kids and us being in our 20s, close to 30, I was like, I give it like 10 years for us to really feel each other out and really start kind of knowing each other. And that's really, to be honest, it took more time than that. We going on 18 years, man, and finally, you know, that whole putting up all those shields and everything, that defense mode, just being 100% comfortable with each other. Feeling like, you know what, we don't put that time in. This is obviously where we want to be. And all that extra, just leave that behind. You hear me?
Right.
You know, she used to always get on me, you know, back in the day because, you know, I wasn't the kind of person that, you know, just come right in and want to rub your feet and rub your back. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it 100, I've been in long-term relationship. I've been with her 18, and then before I got in that one, me and my daughter mother did 5, 10. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's all I know. So I wasn't around that type of relationship. You hear me? I know to fix you something to eat when I'm fixing something. I know to ask you if you got gas in your ride. I change your tire for you. I'll make you laugh. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be a good dude to you. But I don't know how to treat you how the Harlequin romance novel say to treat you. I don't know that every time I come through, I'm supposed to open the door, run your bath water. If I miss something, I'm human. You hear me?
Right.
But don't hold me to that standard. Let it do what it do. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I thought about it, man, and I kept on hearing Mario or whatever, you know, Mario to some people.
Yeah.
I kept hearing that you should let me love you.
Yeah.
Let me love you.
Yeah.
You have to let me love you.
Come on,
I had to let my girlfriend love me, man.
Yeah.
You know, until she started accepting, like, this is a different dude, and he's cut from a different cloth. No, he's not the traditional, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
These females on these videos, you complaining about getting a free meal?
Yeah.
Somebody taking you somewhere nice?
Right.
I done spent my money taking you out to eat.
Right.
Got you to save, bought you back. You ain't put no gas in my car.
Right.
You ain't put nothing on nothing.
Yeah,
and then the next thing I look, all I heard is how bad of a time basically that you had or what you looking for. No, you just got exactly what you claim you're looking for. You hear me?
Yeah.
So that let me know right off the flip you looking for something else, and I can't help you on that because I don't have what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
So that bothered me, man. You want to complain and all that about a first date, somebody trying to do something for you. So that made me want to ask y'all why y'all hurt. You've been married what? How long? About 20, 25 years?
4 years.
This
coming
man
up.
damn near 50. This man is 40 some years old, you hear me?
Yeah.
And been married almost 25 years.
Yeah.
Brother, that's a blessing.
It's a
I'm gonna give
blessing.
you your props right here on earth. That's gravy, man.
Yeah.
I love it, brother. I seen you on Facebook with your lady, you know what I'm saying? And you see the first thing I said, man, I'm glad that people getting back to not being afraid to show their love, man.
Yeah.
You hear me? You know, this old software ninja don't come on, man. You hear me? Nah, bro. It's enough garbage out here, you know. So
Yeah.
if you could express and show that you and somebody are having good time and love, brother, it was a beautiful look. And, and the best part about it, man, it looked and it felt genuine. So that was the best part of it to me.
Yeah.
So my question to either one of y'all, whoever want to answer it first, do y'all even remember y'all first date? You should remember yours because it was recently. Do you remember your first date with your wife?
Yes, my brother. I remember our first date.
Okay, you want to talk about it? Where the hell y'all go? What y'all do?
Yeah, our first date, it was a group date, much like the Atlanta trip. But we went to Olive Garden.
Okay.
I met
Fancy.
my wife in California at my duty station in the military. So we went to the Olive Garden with a group of friends. And, you know, on the way back, she wasn't feeling too good. So
So you told her you had something to make her feel a little better.
Exactly.
Uh-oh. Dr. Feel Good. Okay. I feel you, my brother.
Yeah. And so, you know, I rubbed her back for her. She
And next thing you know, you you know what they say, if y'all know, y'all know. Man, I done rubbed the lady back. Next thing I know, man, I done, man. Hey,
Boy.
boy. Hey, but anyway, man, so that's what you remember?
Yeah.
Did you know how people always talk about love at first sight, soulmate and all that? Did you feel all of that, or did you kind of know she was gonna be the one?
No, I didn't know she was gonna be the one until later on.
But you did. You knew you felt something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dug her. You know what I'm saying?
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's
that
up.
was later on.
Mr. OTS, do you remember your recent first date with your?
Yeah, we went to Fitz. What is that? On Delmore?
The
soda place.
Yeah,
Yeah, we went
That's
to
good
Fitz,
place.
man.
Beautiful place.
It was cool. Just
Great
had some
choice.
food. talked, you know, related and everything. I met her at my church. That's where we met at.
Right now.
Good place to meet somebody.
You
bro.
know, yeah. So, you know, God-fearing woman, good woman. So we had a good time. It was good.
Yeah, that's what's up. 18 years for me, man. I remember me and my first lady's first date. We actually had it in my mother's van. I ain't scared to say 20 years ago I was born somebody else's ride. You hear me? So, you know, we started from the bottom, but we here.
Right.
We went and got a plate of fish. She likes to drink her Miller, so she had her a 32 of Miller.
Right.
And we spit the fish bones out the window, laughing, cracking jokes, and that was our first date.
Right.
It's first time we ever sit down and went somewhere. I'll never forget it because I took her to Laney's. That's not around anymore, and that was me trying to. That was like the way I like to be romantic. I like to show you and put you on stuff you never did before, stuff you never seen. You know, during the pandemic, that's the time that we would go down to Union Station and rent a room and go to the aquarium and stuff when nobody in there. You know, and get off to ourselves. So that's kind of what we did, man. But it was everything I expected. But were y'all disappointed with anything?
What on the first date?
You didn't get no steak and nothing. I know you didn't go to the steakhouse, man.
Yeah.
You had to settle for Olive Garden. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I had to go to dang Olive Garden, man. Come on, man. But yeah, it was the first date. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to know each other a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Let me see what I got that I want to go into before we get up out of here, man. We got a few minutes, man. 20 minutes exactly. You put that number up there, man. See if anybody want to try to call and say something about this old Baby D contest before we call this thing closed, man.
Right.
I know my man said he called old Lana J and Blaze out, man. So we see how they want to respond to this.
Yeah, man. I got a few missed calls. It looked like somebody was trying to call in a little earlier, but the lines wasn't open.
Okay, check it out, man. Did anybody get to see the hip hop awards, man? I didn't. I heard it was trash though.
I seen my mom watching it. I don't watch this stuff no more, but
that's what E40 was saying when Nate Burleson interviewed him, man. He was like, he just not happy with where the game at, man, you know.
Wow.
And he just want to see, he said everything sound the same. You know, we storytellers, like I used to say. Everybody want to mimic that same cadence. You know, you can't get out of that box if you doing what everybody else doing. Just that same cadence. It was some brothers that posted something online today where they was going back and forth, kind of how we used to do. A-Ball, MJG type tandem rapping, man. Some hot boys. And the first thing everybody was saying, that sound like they wrote that in 85, 95. I said, I wouldn't give a rat's when they wrote it. Classic is classic. And it's new to my ears and it's new to a whole bunch of other people's ears.
Right.
I heard so much garbage out here. I'm just happy to hear good music. I don't care when it came
man,
out.
tell you the truth, like, I ain't gonna say there ain't no good stuff that's coming out right now, man, but it's so few and far between.
Yeah, it is.
And a lot of it is not original. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all see the guy that be putting them on blast like Charleston White, but he be positive with it. He like man, he said he was just sickening by seeing the awards. You hear me? Because he said he felt like all the legends and people that I talk about that have the platform to do stuff, man. He said they was just so fake, it just blew him away. He said the game is flooded with so much fake y'all don't understand. Like they got them by the nut, like by the ball, like. For real, man. He said the old heads be scared to call it down because the youngsters gonna tell you, sit your old age down.
Right.
You don't know nothing. You irrelevant. You heard me? You don't stick up with the times. I like that how those dudes just rap their own regular way. You heard that when Spice One did the remake of the Compton City G's, that Studio Gangster got Lil Easy E and MC8 on her. Remember, I let you hear it.
Okay, yeah.
But
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I love...
That's what that was.
But being a student of the game, I love hearing him try to sound like himself. Remember how we said 8 didn't sound like himself or nothing?
Right.
You know, and I ain't even talking about just his voice because you get older, your voice change. You hear me? I'm talking about just his point of view was different. Yeah, his approach. Like Andre 3000, man, he was like, what I'm going to rap about getting a prostate, my colon and all that. That's if you feel like you don't have no relevance. You hear me?
Yeah.
You peep out the game. I don't have to be a part of it to be able to keep up and know what's up. You hear me?
Right.
I don't follow trends. I said them. So anything that's popping out here, bro, I can look at it in 2 seconds, know why it's popping, what it's about. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know, like we say, we old, man, but we understand the game, you know.
Yeah.
Like my people say, just because I don't play games don't mean I don't recognize it. You hear me? So game recognize game, bro. You know, we try to be respectable and hold ourselves to a certain standard because we adults now. You hear me?
Yeah.
We fathers and all the other stuff. But we know what's up, bro. We not slow. We know, you know, just because you don't choose to flock to all the garbage don't mean that you don't understand it. You hear me?
Yeah.
So that's just what it is, man. But he was just talking about how they just so scared, man, to represent. You hear me? You know, and I was thinking, like I said, even about people like Andre 3000, man. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, be your character. You know, ain't nobody gonna say you 46, man. You ain't popping nobody. You ain't doing this. You ain't selling no dope. They're not. They're just gonna be happy to hear you. People that follow you, if you spitting good rhymes, you spitting good rhymes. And if it's about your prostate, then spit some hot bars about your prostate.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got it like that, bro, I don't care if I'm a honey. You hear me?
Yeah.
I ain't spending years, but if I want the job right now, I got it. You hear me?
Yeah.
That's why I still have that. When I change my theme song, that knocks that urge of want to do stuff and do music off of me. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know, I got that in me. That's part of my life, my catalog, so I use it.
Yeah,
you hear
I
me?
can do
But
it. Yeah.
I never feel like I'm at a loss. I don't have writer's block. I'm not stuck. I'm not none of that. You hear me?
Yeah.
Bro, I get mad every week because I don't have enough time to talk about as much as I want. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I try to get everything in there, bro. I try to entertain you. I try to talk about necessary stuff. Make this whole thing have a purpose. You hear me?
Right.
That's another thing that I want to start. The whole segment I was going to start asking y'all, like, every week, man, I want us to try to come up with something. And it can be the same thing until we see changes. What, as an individual, would each one of y'all like to see that would make St. Louis be better?
Great question.
Do you what I'm talking the small things.
Right off
like when I saw them put the turnarounds out on Natural Bridge with all the crazy driving, people getting drugged down the street, killed, people just driving off on people after they hit them.
Yeah.
But I love that move. Made a lot of people mad. Oh, take you 30 more seconds to get where you need to go.
Down the Natural Bridge no more, man. I
No,
can't
bro.
lanes.
That's making it make sense. You're not gonna get the people to slow down and drive like they got sense. You hear me? Same like I say about the gun laws. You hear me? You already see people not gonna store them properly. They're not gonna go out and get what they need to handle them the right way. So you have to do it, and that's what putting those turnabouts out there did to me.
Man.
It solved the problem because if you left it in their hands, it's gonna be the same garbage, man.
Yeah. You know, man, the point you illuminate, man, just brought to mind what Liz Cheney said today.
Yes, I got her on here if I had time. But anyway, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, man, about America sleepwalking into dictatorship. And it's because of that lackadaisical attitude that you just pointed out, man. If the people don't take no responsibility, man, and stop acting like you don't get it, you know what I'm saying? Then that's where people let the government take these liberties and have all of this extra overreaching power. You know what I'm saying?
It's that same. I got the tripping off of it. I said the country getting ran with that same mentality they had with like Jared Fogle.
Yeah.
You know how they said they seen it on his computer and all the other stuff and was hoping that he get himself together and change. Saying like when they slap you on the wrist here and return you to your parents, they say they don't want them to become institutionalized.
Right.
And as a juvenile, just returning you to your parent gives you the opportunity to go straight and narrow and get your do it again. Right. Basically, keeping it 100. But let them tell it. You hear me?
Yeah.
And that's how, to me, like this whole gun situation and these school shootings and what we seeing every day. You hear me? I ask myself all the time, like, how many times it's got to happen before somebody say, you know what, this is wrong. Something needs to be done. It's a problem. You hear me? But they steady just the new normal. I mean, bro, they report it. I be even watching the reporters on the daily, just trying to see if their mannerism or body language reporting it is going to change. Even if you got to be professional and and hold up a certain standard. I just want to just one time see that eyebrow or something go down. Like, I'm sick of it, man. Like, this is ridiculous. You hear me? Like, once again, y'all, I'm sorry to have to report this kind of garbage
here we go
to y'all.
Yeah.
Bruh, they do it like, sweat off my back, just on to the next. You hear me?
Right.
Run it on right with something else. Like, you hear me? All 5 people got killed at the school shooting. Yeah, tomorrow's high, 83 degrees. Sunny.
Right.
I mean, like it's nothing, bro. Like it's nothing. No remorse, no feeling, no nothing. You hear me? Scare tactics, man. Scare tactics. You hear me?
Yeah, man.
I was thinking about what you were saying on that one song that we did, that Higher, you know what I'm saying? Create the demand. That's what like the stimulus checks and all that did. I was telling my lady, I said, did y'all trip off of when they had the pandemic, bro? The next day they got decals on the floor.
Right.
They got plexiglass hung up like they do.
Yeah.
I said, boy, they had that stuff faster than Puffy had that song for Biggie when he got killed. Puffy had a platinum song in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I said, and they had 12 people on it. How you get all them people together that fast? You hear me? But that's another story. You see all the baggage that's coming up on him. You hear me?
Yeah.
But that's how I felt about it, man. I was like, it had to be in the works, bro, because it happened too fast. Immediately, all sanitized, everything gone. You
Right.
see decals staying right here.
Ain't no alcohol nowhere to be found.
Plexiglass everywhere. You hear me?
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's a setup. You hear me?
Yeah,
Create
man.
the demand. You hear me? That's the same what happens when we raise the lottery to 1 billion.
Yeah.
Starts a frenzy, creates revenue. You hear me?
Right. Yeah.
Like I said,
Everybody
I'm not,
wanna get
bro.
some.
I ain't no fool. You think I ain't been sitting on them triples and everything else?
Yeah.
6, 8, 8 and double 8s and 9s and all that. Like I said, the people who loyal to it, they gonna get money.
Yeah.
That's hush money for you.
Right.
We give our stimulus checks so we can make you spend money, so we can control what money you spend. You hear me?
Yeah.
Create the demand. We'll create a situation. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't. Like I was telling my lady, I say, how can I make you get scared to do it? You know, I was telling her, I said, Amazon, the online shopping and all that. It's a gimmick, bro. You hear me?
Right.
I can make you say, okay, order online. I'm gonna charge you $25 or $35 to deliver it to you, because all you know is convenient for you. You're not gonna get shot.
Right.
You hear me? That's creating a problem. You hear me? We shoot up all the Walmart, we shoot up all the movies, and then we charge you $25 to stream a movie from Netflix.
Right, yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
We shoot up all the Walmart. See, it ain't even safe out here. You can't even go to the store. But if you give me $50, I'll drop the TV off for you.
Right at your house.
Create the demand. You hear me? Create a situation. That's what it's all about. That's what the guns are about. For me to be able to feel like I'm protected for all the garbage and crap that I put out here. That's all it's about. You hear me?
Yeah.
That's all it's about. They'll never say that it's a problem with it, because that will take away some of the control from them. You hear me? And instead of just squeezing the easy button, some of these cowards will have to deal with some of this bad rhetoric and bullcrap that they putting out here. Yeah, so they're never going to correct the gun law. So with that being said, we have to do it. You hear me?
Yeah.
We're not networking. We have social media. What are we scared of? You hear me? You got to like it. You got to share it. You got to tell a friend. We got to word of mouth is the best advertising.
Yeah.
So that's what I was asking everybody about as one person. You hear me? Take one for the team. Don't be scared to ask them, hey, are you tired of seeing little kids get shot? School shootings? Are you ready to clean up St. Louis, clean up your streets? Are you willing to do something about it? Okay, well, by subscribing to this show, liking it, this and that, everything that you can do. When you get a chance to vote, would you please get out and vote?
Yeah.
When you get a chance, okay, because we're going to have all the naysayers. They're going to try to go off and tell us all about what it is. Don't waste my time on my peoples. Take your platform, your time, and whatever you do, and you tell everybody how you feel about it and your reason against it. You hear me?
Right.
But I know that something needs to be done, and if you got a better answer to me, then call in. But you know how it go. And we can't get all raunchy, go off and act like little boys and little girls, then we can't call your show and say anything decent and respectable.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I can't ski eat on the show.
No, you can't ski. You can't pull up and see what's up. We ain't finna smoke no blunt and bounce and all that. No, we don't deal with real life stuff. We're gonna try to get answers to this stuff. We're gonna be regular people. We ain't gonna let the scare tactics worry us. We ain't tripping off none of that. You hear me?
Yeah.
It's strength in numbers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they could take you out. They could take me out. You hear me? But they can't take out everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
You hear me? And the person that they got to answer to for real, they'll never be able to take out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if we stand for something, let's stand for it. Let's do it. Let's get out here, y'all. We ain't got to get loud. We ain't got to fight nobody.
Yeah.
We ain't got to be disrespectful. You hear me?
Yeah.
We don't come with no watered down piece of garbage type show, but we ain't Y'all smell some marijuana? Did somebody fire when I wasn't looking? Do I need to put a sign at the door when everybody come in? No firearms permitted. I don't think nobody down here strapped.
Nah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I know that somebody, if not a couple of us in the room, own a gun, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not in the position to stand your ground.
Right.
I don't think I'm finna do anything to you that's gonna cause you to have to shoot me.
Right.
Yeah.
You hear me? Come
I'm
on, man.
I'm totally comfortable where I am.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
because
saying?
if you wasn't, as a grown man, you have the choice to.
Not to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
Oh, make it make sense, bro. Oh man.
Sometimes they say common sense ain't so common.
No, bro. Come on, man. Come on. And well, I left that line open to try to give them a little bit of time to see if anybody wanted to call. But you know what we do, man. So yeah, that's what I want y'all to do, man. I'm really finna get out here and try to network hard. You hear me? And add just one person, and then that person adds one person.
Yeah.
Hey, you believe in me?
Keep
Do
it
me
going.
a solid. Do something for me. You hear me?
Yeah.
Y'all be that link in that chain, bro. I'm finna try to email the news, call people. We trying to get people to the dinners. We trying to end gun war. We trying to make it make sense. We trying to do this thing right. You hear me?
Yeah.
And only people that have brands that are scared of sacrificing their brand, they're the people that's on top. They got the power, and they're never going to do it. So we got to do it, man. There's a lot of people out here
Bottom to the top.
bro. It's a lot of people out here that are about real life, you know, making it make sense. It's people that care about people. It's people that want to see children get raised the right way. It's people that's about family. It's just solid people out here. You hear me? And all we need to do is find a way where we can reach out and work together and be that strength that we are in numbers. That's what we need to do. You hear me? And if you do your part, I do my part, man. I'm asking somebody. Please subscribe. Let's get these numbers up. I don't know how to do it. You know, I'm like, maybe we had some butt naked and twerking on Facebook, YouTube, them numbers will go skyrocket. But I know for sure that I'm not going that way. So we got to figure out something else. You hear me? So that's what I'm asking everybody to do. You hear me? As far as the dentist thing, I'm trying to help myself out, but we are working on a GoFundMe. We got to have that thing up in the next day or two. You hear me? But I will be out on the 15th, 16th, and 17th. I said I will disclose the location to people who follow me, watch me, and stick with me. So I will be at Save a Lot on Natural Bridge and Newstead on December 15th, 16th, and 17th. Don't know what time I'll be out there, but I will be serving some breakfast, and by 4 or 5, I'm probably going to be done because it's going to get dark. You hear me? But if you love good food, good service, and being around good quality people, come out, support y'all. It's going to be the real deal. And if you mention the Mikey Justice Show, I'll make sure that I make you real fat and hook it up for y'all. But that's the fundraiser we're going to do. I'm trying to get $20,000 and 100 people to the dinners. Like I said, it's $125 to $200 per kid, per person. So you do the math. That's where the numbers come from. It ain't me trying to put nothing in my pocket. I already got a vehicle. I ain't trying to buy me no new whip off nobody. Or none of that. You hear me? Y'all will help me out by coming out and buying some food, and you supporting a good cause. So that's what it do, man. I'm gonna try to put some pictures up. Y'all been seeing. I've been putting pictures up. My food is fire and delicious. You hear me?
I'm a witness.
Yes, sir. You know, I try to tell people. I say I'm 3 things. I'm not fast food. You hear me? I'm fast service. You hear me?
Right.
And I'm not cheap eats. I'm just affordable prices. You hear me?
All right.
I'm not fast food. You hear me? I'm just food that's fast and delicious. My food is delicious. My service is fast, and my prices are affordable. So on the strong of that, can't beat that. Hope y'all come out and check me out, man. I'm gonna try to do my thing, y'all out there. You hear me? So that's what it is, man. December 15th, 16th, 17th. Save a Lot, Natural Bridge and Newstead. Mikey Justice Show will be out there with the food truck, and we'll be doing that good old fundraiser. And with these last couple of minutes, which one of y'all brothers, if not both of y'all, somebody want to step up and play 3 out of 5? Look, I said this is how we gonna change it, man. It's gonna always be some money that go in the pot. You hear me? The way that we'll do it, if you beat me, the $50 or the $100 that goes in the pot come from me.
Okay.
If it don't, it come from you.
All right.
Now, would you agree to that on this air?
Yeah,
Okay,
we do that.
bet that. That's how we'll do that. That way, cause I try for you not to beat me, and if we play it like that, it ain't never gonna be no money in the pot. I'm competitive, homie. I ain't trying to let you beat me. So you ready to get that 3 out of 5 cracking?
Let's go get it cracking.
Let me see. Let me. I'll tell you what that I put this in. 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5 ain't bad.
Let me see what I got wrote up for this man here. Ern Bernard Tyler and David Blake are the stage names. Are better known by what 2 stage names?
You talking about MC8 and DJ Quick?
That's your answer?
That's my answer.
Okay. We gonna hold on to that. I'll let you know where you at the end of this challenge. At 19, my man Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion, trained by Mr. Cus D'Amato. Before him, so making him the second youngest heavyweight champion of all time, and also trained by Cus D'Amato, who was the second youngest heavyweight champion of all time.
You got me on that one.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Give me a multiple choice.
We'll come back to that. So this is for money. I'm not giving you a multiple choice. Do you see that on Who Want to Be a Millionaire? Give me another chance. Give me 3 out of 5. No, we don't do no multiple choice. Is that your final 3 answers? No, sir. Rest in peace to Mr. Norman Lear, man. He passed today. You heard me? And are you familiar with Norman Lear? Well, he did a lot of great classic shows that came out before your time. Okay. He's responsible for All in the Family, The Jeffersons, anything that you might have seen back in the day that was popping. Maude, you know, that's where B. Arthur got her start. She eventually spun off, did Golden Girls, Betty White, all of them. So yeah, Norman Lear, man, big time royalty, Mount Rushmore on television. He passed away today. So my question to you is, how old was Mr. Norman Lear?
Man, why would I know that?
Because you got social media on your phone and it's trending and it came across your phone and you keep up with everything else.
I'm gonna say he was 100.
Okay, that's your final answer. Okay,
final answer.
Okay, we'll take that. How many I didn't ask you so far? That's 4 of them, right?
That's 4.
No, that's 3. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, number 4. What you getting all amped because Yadier Molina is an assistant, not assistant manager, just assistant.
Manager, G. Watch. They finna move my man up out here.
But that's like 4-5 years down the line, man. Let's enjoy him being. Okay, well, since Yadier Molina is going to be the new manager and replace Mr. Ali Marmol, who is the current manager, my question is, who other than Marmol were the last 2 managers of the Cardinals?
You got your man Tony La Russa and Joe Torre.
Ooh, Joe Torre. Man, you know how long ago that was?
Yeah. Tony La Russa was manager for a while.
Bro, and number 5, the good old Washington Monument. Now, we all know that the American flag has 13 stripes on it, on the flag. How many flags does the Washington Monument have around it? Because the Washington Monument is covered with flags. It has flags all around it. So how many flags is posted around the Washington Monument?
1 flag.
Good answer. Let me give you your answer before we get up out of here. First question I asked you, I said, Ern Bernard Tyler and David Blake are better known by what stage names? You said MC8 and DJ Quick. You are absolutely right. I said Mike Tyson would be the youngest heavyweight champion of all time. Who would be number 2? At 20 years old, there would be Mr. Floyd Patterson. I asked you how old was the great TV TV show creator Mr. Norman Lear was? You said 100. He passed away today at 101.
Dang.
So you were off by 1 year. Almost doesn't count.
Right.
Way to go, sir. You were way off on your Cardinals. Who was the last two managers of the Cardinals? Yadier Molina and Nut Ryder. Nah, but last two managers other than Ali Marmal was good old Mike Schultz, the one that I thought was a good manager that got fired for basically no reason.
Yeah.
Did you see he got the Padres job?
Nah,
That's a heck of a job. You know they got Juan Soto, Manny Machado, and what's his name? Tatis Jr.
Okay.
So that's a hell of a team to acquire. You hear me? That's some three bona fide Hall of Famers. You hear me?
Yeah, Mike Shit ain't do nothing terrible here.
And the manager before him was not Tony La Russa or Joe Torre. It would be Mr. Mike Matheny.
I forgot about him too. Man, them dudes don't count.
They don't count.
Nah.
What you mean they don't count?
Man, he had the job for 2 years. Get out of here.
No, Mike Matheny was here a long time. After Tony La Russa, I think he did 5 to 7 years.
He ain't win nothing.
He was still the manager. I didn't ask you did he win anything. I said who was the manager.
I thought
Okay, you want me run it? You want me to ask you who was the last manager of the Cardinals that didn't win any games? Nobody. They lost. So you're putting $50 in the pot, buddy. Give it up to Phil, y'all. He just put another 50. So now we up to what? $400.
Yeah.
We have $400 of our own money.
Right, I got the 3 out of 5.
Huh?
I got the 3 out of 5 next week.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think you did. Hold on. You just brought something to my attention. You might have did answer 3 of them, didn't you? Look at you. This is not 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5. So this is 3 out of 5. First one check. Second one wrong. Third one wrong. Fourth one wrong. Oh, and then your Washington Monument. I thought you definitely was going to get that. I said it's 13 stripes on the flag.
Yeah.
So how many flags are around the Washington Monument?
Yeah.
You said 1.
Yeah.
That would be a good answer if we only had 1 state. But since we have 50 states,
Yeah.
there are 50 flags around the Washington Monument.
It ain't 2 out of 5 either. So might as well have some fun.
And with that being said, I still didn't get everything that I wanted to get in there. Probably talked everybody's ear off, but I hope that I entertained y'all a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about something halfway worth something.
Yep.
But yeah, once again, y'all, the whole mission is to try to tell somebody, get one person to sign up, y'all, subscribe to the channel, YouTube, make them have a receipt for y'all, have some proof of that thing.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep on pushing. Plug myself one more time before I get out of here. Food truck, save a lot. Natural Bridge Newstead, December 15, 16, and 17. Come check your boy out. This has been the Mikey Justice Hour. Appreciate y'all for supporting. OTS in the house. My man Phil in the house. And we out, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.